Anglers Extra.
5:30 p.m. start time for the Chatham Anglers against the Harwich Mariners. Time now for the catch of the day. Joe Zimmermann, pitcher at the University of New Orleans, joins me now. Joe, so what's your role currently with this team?
I was a starter. I tweaked my back a little bit, halfway during the season, where we are now. And, I'm going to be moved into the closing role. So, I'm kind of excited. New experience, something different.
When did you learn of that news?
I heard about it today, actually. So, something exciting. So.
And have you ever been a closer before?
I haven't, actually. It's something new. I'm looking forward to it. I like the pressure situation, so. Yeah.
You've got two great closers here in Kevin Vance and Matt Brazis. So what can you learn from them? Have you spoken to them at all about this role yet?
Actually, I haven't. I'm just, I kind of look up to them, because, they're both, great closers. And, just, look up to them, see what they do and, try and, improve on that role.
What can you change in terms of your mentality as a pitcher? Because obviously if you're a relief pitcher, you're coming on for one inning compared to how you have to be durable as a starting pitcher for, say, 5-6 innings. Can you kind of blow it all out and improve your velocity if you're coming out in a role like that?
You have to stay focused the entire game. You have to pay attention the entire game. You have to, watch each key hitter, what pitch to throw. Coming out as a closer now, your velocity will pick up because, it's only one inning you have to throw, and, your intensity, your adrenaline really starts pumping. So,
what do you think of this bullpen? Because you're a starter and you're hanging in the dugout. Now you go to the bullpen. Different atmosphere, right?
Definitely different atmosphere for sure. The intensity in the dugout's a little bit greater. You come out in the bullpen, relax a little bit, take a little. It's fun. We'll just say that.
How do you stay focused, though, on the game at the same time?
You kind of have to set aside, sit, because there will be a little goofing off in the bullpen, that's to be expected. But you kind of have to, take time to yourself, pay attention to the game, and try not to goof off, too much.
So you mentioned you tweak your back. Then what's the difference when you're dealing with an injury here on the Cape as opposed to during your college season?
The medical, facilities here aren't as great. But you have to do with what you can. Back home in New Orleans, we have good facilities. Trainers, they'll take care of you. We still have great trainers here, but it might take a little bit longer out here to fix things, and traveling all the way to Boston, go to a hospital, to check it out and stuff like that. It's a little difficult. It's a little out of the way.
It's a bit of a hike, definitely.
Sure is.
So then, what about with your recovery time? Can you maybe take a little more time, being that it's the summer?
Yeah, you definitely can. You definitely don't want to rush back into it, because the last thing you want to do is make it worse. I'm definitely just going to take my time. I'm about, 99%, ready now. So, I'm going to start easing back in with this closing role and then get back into the starting, a couple of days from now.
So, University of New Orleans, the program, what happened to the program? Can you describe kind of the situation? Because it's a little different.
Yeah, it's a lot different. We had budget cuts, it's a poor situation, to be a part of, but, we lost a lot of money due to budget cuts, and, the program was on a rise at one point, 2 years before I got there, and then, because of this whole money situation, we lost a lot of money, and we lost a lot of players, a lot of facilities, kind of went down a little bit. It's going to be hard to recruit players now. Dropping down to independent D1, we're out of the Sun Belt Conference now. That's kind of a big deal. That's definitely going to, hurt the recruiting class, but, I wish the best of luck to them, and, good luck to them in the future.
So describe your situation then. Now, where are you going?
I committed to the Louisiana Lafayette ULL. I did that 3 days ago. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited to be, Raging Cajun. So we'll see what happens.
What went into that decision?
Money was a big part of it, and, of course, great coaching, and ULL has that. So, I'm really looking forward to it.
Now, describe the eligibility issue, or really not an issue, because most players in college baseball, if they want to transfer, they got to sit out a year. You don't. Why is that?
There's a certain waiver that happens. I don't know, all the details to it, but I know if we are trying to transfer now, the coaches have to get a waiver, in order to even talk to us. But ULL did that. They've been talking to me for a while, and this whole waiver situation helps out because a lot of people want to, they want to transfer because it's hard being, playing for a school that it's not even in a conference, and it's kind of like almost like there's no point to it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really make it to, the World Series and stuff like that because of it. So,
what are you going to miss about New Orleans? I'm sure it was really exciting during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, of course it was. The Super Bowl was out of control. I was actually downtown, when they won the Super Bowl, and it was, Mardi Gras had nothing on this. There was, probably 1 million people downtown just going nuts. So, it was a good time.
And what about your pitcher, your teammate here, Kevin Berry, teammate also at the University of New Orleans? How has this summer been for you two? I know you guys live together. Right. And how has the process been then for transferring to a different school for both of you together?
I mean, it's a little difficult, you know. I mean, we kind of grew up playing high school ball together, and you know, we we have a little special bond together and stuff like that. But you know, he's going to LSU now. I mean, it's only 45 minutes from where I am, so I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of each other.
Joe Zimmermann, as a Major League Baseball player, who are you most comparable to?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Or who do you try and model your game after then? You know, who are some of the big names that you watch and you try and model some of your pitches after?
I mean, I'm a big Tim Hudson fan. You know, I like his style. You know, he's very aggressive on the mound. The intensity is always way up there, so I kind of try to model myself after him.
Joe, thanks for joining me.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
He's Joe Zimmermann from the University of New Orleans, going to be a member of Louisiana Lafayette. I'm Scott Braun. That's your catch of the day on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Go Anglers!